Thanksgiving gets crazy at my family.
Thanksgiving is one of my favorites.
And this pie will always be there.
Nobody does it quite like we do.
Hi, my name is Erin Van Sloten, and today I'm going to be making my grandfather's recipe for blueberry tapioca pie. Tapioca in this recipe is being used as a thickener. Some people might use cornstarch or other ingredients, but definitely in the Midwest we use tapioca. This pie I originally heard from my grandfather. He would make this pie every year for my dad's birthday. He would wake up at 6 a.m. to come and bring this pie to my dad. So if we're lucky enough, we'll be able to pick fresh blueberries since Michigan is known for its wild blueberries, and everyone will hoard them for the summer months knowing that we're gonna want them for Thanksgiving. I just have to try one. You have to make sure it's good first. When I was too young to bake, I would just sit at the kitchen table and wait until my sister or my dad or whoever else was making it would turn their back, and I'd grab a few blueberries just in case. So usually if you have extra crust left over, me and my sisters would take that extra crust and cut a B out of it for my dad's name, Barry, or also for blueberry pie, because my grandfather would always take the crust and poke holes in it so that it made his initials. Pie is always a staple for Thanksgiving, and it's a real tradition in my family. Even if my sisters have all moved and I've left, we always come back for the holidays and we know we can gather around food, and this pie will always be there. Just like how my grandfather used to make it.
Hi, my name is Bianca Lambert, and I am cooking my Aunt Vivian's sweet potato pie. My aunt is the only person in our family that still bakes sweets. She's the only person that's kind of carried this recipe over from my grandmother and just kind of passed down those southern roots. So the way that you will know your potatoes are done, you just kind of give it a little poke or a little stab. That's how you know that it's ready. I grew up in Atlanta, and my parents are from this town in Alabama called Monroeville. So Thanksgiving, Christmas, like whatever holiday you can think of, we would drive down. Well, my grandma, I remember she would just always have all this food, and she didn't have a lot of money and all that, but you could guarantee that there was going to be a spread. Everything that you ever wanted, she knew all your favorites, and that was her way of showing love. And I feel like that is what Southern cooking is all about. It's just a way to show love and give back to your family in a different kind of way. I'll say this, I'm always looking forward to this pie for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I might even volunteer to make the sweet potato pie this year. Nobody's probably gonna let me do it though. Or they'll let me do like one, and then she'll do all the other ones. Anybody makes anything good, like if you know something's really good at Thanksgiving, it just goes. So if you don't get to that pie before it's gone, forget about it. Yeah, you better get it when you can. And people, we do share, it's very much about community, but people like what they like. We all know each other's favorites, so yeah, once it's gone, that's it. This is just one of my all-time favorites. It's the thing I can eat. I can eat a whole pie by myself. So my aunt surprised me by letting me know that she uses lemon extract in the sweet potato pie. When she said it, I was like, is she making a mistake? But it's been perfect for years, so I'm sure she knows what she's talking about. Here's the thing, I don't think anyone can cook sweet potato pie like anybody in my family. Nobody does it quite like we do. But hey, to all the aunties and grandmas and people out there, you guys are amazing, and I just think we're all partial to our family's cooking. Thanksgiving for us is just the best time of the year. Probably my favorite holiday, just because it's so much about family and food and eating and just having a good time. It tastes so good. My aunt's gonna be super proud.
My name is Brendan Dahl, and today I am making my mom's amazing pumpkin pie. It is my favorite thing in the entire world. My mom is always the one who makes the pies for Thanksgiving, 100%. We are allowed in the kitchen. Honestly, everyone kind of congregates in the kitchen, in part because it smells so good, but also because that's where my mom is. So I'm gonna talk to her and keep her company while she makes us delicious food. This is my grandmother's pie dough recipe. So the whole pumpkin pie recipe is actually I say it's my mom's, but really it's her mother's. It's not super complicated in its ingredients, but it's a very dense, spicy pie, which I think is like maybe a little more old-fashioned. It's a very, very old family recipe. I'm from Arkansas, and I do feel like pumpkin pie is popular there, but there's kind of a big division. There's pumpkin pie people and there's pecan pie people, and we say pecan, not pecan. There are two distinct camps. Honestly, my mom makes both, but the pumpkin is like the star and the pecan pie is for like the other folks. I don't want to imagine a life without pumpkin pie. This pumpkin pie, it is a holiday staple, but honestly, like I live across the country from my mom, and our whole family is really spread apart. So even when we go back random times during the year, like if I go back in April, I get pumpkin pie. If I go back anytime, I get pumpkin pie. It's definitely the main comfort food that like makes me feel like I'm home, and like I don't feel like I'm officially home until I've had this pumpkin pie, regardless of what time of year it is. I would like to say that we like chip in like, oh, my mom makes the pies, but like I have an amazing casserole or something, but I bring nothing to the table, literally. I like Thanksgiving a lot, actually. I love holidays, but I'm not someone who gets like really obsessive over holidays. But for me, Thanksgiving is one of my favorites because it's so food-based. Anytime you have a lot of food, I'm down to be there. So Thanksgiving is probably my favorite holiday because like you know that the meal's gonna be on point. Typically I celebrate Thanksgiving with my mom and my brother Chris, if he can make it. We don't really have that big of a family. I'm in California, my brother's in Texas, I have another brother in Kentucky, and it's just been hard the last few years to actually get everyone together. So some years it's just me and my mom. Some years it's like, you know, a couple of us or a couple extra, like some cousins here and there, but we're a pretty small group. Making this pie is definitely bringing back some nostalgia because it's actually been a couple years since I've gotten to go home for Thanksgiving. I'm not sure I realized how homesick for this pie I was and homesick in general, so this is a nice treat. Honestly, of all the Thanksgiving foods, really of all holiday foods, regardless of holiday, this is kind of like the big one. This is the one mainstay. Like on Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, sometimes we'll have like ham instead of turkey or this instead of that. But the one thing that never changes is pumpkin pie. Oh, it even smells perfect. Oh. It's the perfect pie. It's absolutely perfect.
I'm Ray Pahar, and today I'm making my Thai tea pie. When I first brought the pie out to Thanksgiving, my family was like really surprised that you could get Thai tea into a pie flavor. And since then, it's just been one of those things that my family just expects me to bring to Thanksgiving every year. So my sister-in-law will bring two traditional pies, apple or pecan or strawberry, and then I'll be in charge of the two Thai tea pies, which usually goes by faster compared to the other pies since, again, this is not something that you would be able to get at your local pie store. Thanksgiving gets crazy at my family because it's like we're loud, there's a lot of us, we have a family hashtag. My last name is Pahar, so we had a TY, so it's Paharty. Because there's so many of us that we had a hard time getting photos whenever we would take like a group photo or any kind of photo during a party. So we just made the hashtag so that you could look it up and find the photo online. But now it's just become like a fun thing. So my family came out to California in the 1980s. The family was still relatively small. It was just my mom, my dad, my like 6 older half siblings. And as the years grew and as we all became adults, everyone brought something to the table. So the table just got bigger. What was originally probably close to a traditional Thanksgiving became something that is pretty much a giant Thanksgiving party. Since like now we can't really fit into one table, but we'll fit into one house. As we all get older, everyone brings something new. So if I showed up to Thanksgiving without a pie, specifically this Thai tea pie, they would put me in the kitchen and make this pie. The first year that I actually made this pie, I made one Thai tea pie, and then I also made an Earl Grey pie. My family liked the Earl Grey pie, but it just wasn't as popular compared to the Thai tea pie. And my family's like blunt enough that they'll be like, this is good, but it's not great. Could we just get 2 of the Thai tea pies instead of a Earl Grey pie? For the amount of people that we do have over for Thanksgiving, someone is always bound to forget something. Since I'm traveling over there, I don't really end up forgetting a pie or anything. But there have been years where we would forget like the lumpia, someone would forget the rice, someone would forget the mashed potatoes. With big families, you have to move fast. If you're gonna hope that someone's gonna save you a slice of a pie or a piece of a cake, sucks for you, because not everyone's gonna save that. My favorite way to serve the Thai tea pie is to give it a nice, healthy dollop of fresh whipped cream, just because it ties it all together and it looks really pretty. I love sharing with my family, but this one is all mine.